Again, we'll do it with our 45-degree angle. We'll project it down until it hits that wall. And then, just because everything goes to the vanishing point, to draw that shadow line, we take it from the vanishing point to where that intersects, and we go across. And then we'll go back to this vanishing point, and we're just going to alternate to each vanishing point as it alternates. Now, one part that is going to be problematic is here. And I'm just going to do it roughly parallel here, because there is no vanishing point that can recede to. Does that make sense to everybody? Mm-hmm. Next, for the floor plan, or for the object in plan, I'm just going to come here with my paraliner and draw a line straight across, like that. And then I'll draw it straight vertically. So all that would be in shape. Does that make sense? So let me grab mine. That's gray. I simply send it too light. Not too much. Now, it'll be pretty gray, even though that's not the best gray to use. So I've got shadow all through here, and also on the underside here. This is all in shadow. Because unlike an isometric, now I've actually got those objects that are in shadow. Okay, so all that's in shadow. Does everybody see how I got that? So I just drew this line straight across here and that. Now,
it only going down there.
Because I drew this line here, straight across, and it intersected this wall, and then it goes up. Now, the same thing would happen down here. It comes out straight, but because it's not actually running into something else, it's being part of the landscape, then I come here and I construct a 45 down like that. So I come to the top of the wall, 45 down, and where they meet. And then this goes to the vanishing point. Then it will turn the corner where that comes down at a 45-degree angle, and then it will go back behind the object. Does that make sense to everybody? So it's just come out with a straight line, come down with a 45-degree angle, and then back to the vanishing point. When it hits this angle, then we turn back around to the other corner. So now, yeah, no, my mom's former intern lost her re-election bid last night, so I'm happy about it. But what? Oh, no, because there's nothing that's actually hitting. That's just a construction line for it reflexing back.
What is your mom doing?
She was deputy press secretary for 2 governors, and her former intern was the state treasurer, and so Carrie lost last night, so I'm not happy. She was really a good woman, but anyway, things happen.
California couldn't pass Prop 19 either.
What?
California couldn't pass Prop 19 either.
Oh, were you from Prop
Oh
19?
yeah. They said that it's illegal still.
Okay, so now here, I'm coming out again, and if this was on the ground, I just come straight out and bring this down till they met. However, because it drops down the step, I've got to do the same thing here, dropping it down, and then out here, so it steps down. What?
Hey.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
No, this is for my own reference.
No, that's actually a really good idea. You should I've never even thought about encouraging you guys to videotape this stuff. I forgot iPhones do that.
It's
So-
like a little thing.
So here, you see how I've constructed that as the end point there. Now, I'll have to do something similar here for the back wall. Now, if this were straight, that would go straight back to the vanishing point. But because it's not straight here, I'm going to have to actually construct this way as well to find that reflex. And then connect those two lines. So that is that shadow. Do you see how I did that?
Mm-hmm.
Then, because the line in the back is straight across, I can turn and bring that straight back this direction. So that's the shadow that this lower part casts. So again, this whole wall would be in shadow.
Is it the same value, like all these, or would they all be in different values?
Well, I'll show you where the different values come in. All the shadow is going to be in the same value, pretty much. And then I've got and then now I have to do the roof line. This roof. So again, I will come out at a 45-degree angle. But I've got to fake that this thing was all the way down to the ground, and then bring it out down. And this is where we start to get a little bit more artistic with our effort. And then out. Here. And then I'll continue that. And I'll just run this line parallel there. Then I'll extend that out a little bit and take it back to that. And then back. Oops. Yeah, that's right. So that then gets me my full shadow. Okay. So there's the shadow of the roof. Okay. Now, shape. Third on French gray, that is the French gray. Okay. So now,
I should have done that to the other one.
oh,
Demonstration. Demonstration?
I also have shadow there, because this little thing casts a little bit of a shadow there. Now, if you want to be just a little bit graphic, so I've only got 3 colors, so I can't do this, but you could take the shade cast on the ground in a 60 and the parts in shade cast in a 50. You could do that if you wanted to. Some people like that difference. Now, the parts where the sun hits it directly, which would be this flat area here, I'll render with French gray 10%. So it's barely a noticeable shade.
Do you ever have a problem like with the ink bleeding with the marker?
Yeah, makes sense.
And it's like makes smudges.
You can. You have to be really kind of careful.
I did something like days later and it still smudged.
Yeah.
Oops, that's wrong. Right. Then I'll come into the shadow, or the areas where the sun is hitting, but is not hitting directly, and render it with a 30%.
So basically everything needs to be colored.
Yeah, everything will, on the perspective drawings, everything will at least need to have shade and shadow. So, let me actually sketch here, perspective cube. Not that it's going to be a great perspective cube, but. And I'll put a shadow line on it. So when you're looking at and I'll just put something in here. So when you're looking at, actually, let me do this. It's not a perspective cube, it's an isometric, but it's one thing better. Okay. When you're looking at an object, you have at least 3 dots. The object where the sun is hitting it directly, or light is hitting it directly, gets your light color. Objects that have light hitting it indirectly but are still illuminated get your medium gray. And objects that are either in complete shade or in shadow get your darkest. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay. So on your